2 years ago, we built the limited edition black jacket. And interesting enough, one would not want to recreate and redesign a jacket when you've sold out every time that you've restocked it.
But we're not like most people. We took all the feedback from you and have built out something really special. Introducing the Apex.
This is 1 year in the making.
Yeah, so what we wanted to do is give a little bit more of an in-depth video. So it can be a little bit longer than the ones that we've put out so far. But we wanted to show you what's different about this jacket and all the small details that make it so special.
For sure. So let's talk first of all about the material that we're using. We're using a high tenacity nylon 6/6 for the outer shell of this product, and on the inner it's a nylon 6. What that means is there's 2 layers of protection. There's no other company that produces a rain gear that actually provides that 2 layer protection. Let's talk a little bit more about the design.
Yeah, so what you'll notice with this jacket, and if you take any of your rain jackets that you have at home, the chances are you're going to have shoulder seams. What we do that's a little bit different is you'll notice that we have absolutely no shoulder seams. And we do this for a couple reasons, but mainly to minimize leakage and weakness points. If you're going to have a jacket that's going to leak and end up getting you soaking wet, it's going to be through the shoulder seams. What we do is we run the seam underneath the arm, and we do not do tape seams. We just do a double stitch that keeps it super tight and strong, and really just ends up having a waterproof jacket.
Absolutely. So talking about waterproof, what does that mean? Well, what's important to note is that the outer layer of this has a 10,000 millimeter rating of polyurethane coating for waterproofness, and the inner layer, which is the nylon 6, has a 30,000 millimeter waterproofness, polyurethane waterproofness applied. This stuff is impenetrable with water. Absolutely.
Also worth pointing out, so I kid you not, we're going to cut to a new video here. How we used to test waterproofness is we would literally just take Brian's garden hose and put it to the back side of the material and blast it with water, and we'd fill it up basically like a bubble and test for leakage. We've thankfully gotten a little more sophisticated, and we worked with labs in Eastern Canada to actually validate and verify the 10,000 mm waterproofing.
Absolutely. Yeah, so that's the outer and inner material. Talked about the waterproofness of the material. Now, what the design of this jacket has taken, or what we've done, is we've taken all of the comments and things that you had wanted into the design, and we've now put them into this product. Yeah. So let's start with the pockets on the outside here.
For sure. So our standard jackets really just come with one pocket. So that has been a big point that's come across time and time again is, can we get more pockets? So we've done just that. On the outside, we have 2 really nice, generously sized pockets that are, of course, button snap closed. Easy in, easy out. And then on the inside of the jacket, we have created a nice breast pocket for your phone, notebook, keys, whatever. So you have three pockets in the Apex jacket.
Also, just to show the design of this, I mean, it's very specific. It's got plackets to be able to hold more of your whatever you're carrying around for the work that you're doing. So that's really critical.
Yeah. On the outside, we've stuck with the good 3M trim. This is industrial grade, meaning if you need to throw this jacket in the wash, which I know a lot of you do because it just gets so darn dirty, this is not going to wear out. It's an industrial and commercial wash, so it should last you for years and years to come. And the finishing on it is really quite nice.
I just want to come back to the 3M for a second. So the reason why we've said 3M specifically is because there's a lot of reflective tapes you can buy, but there's a difference between a reflective tape that actually stands up to performance.
Yeah.
3M is one that does. It doesn't absorb water. It is known worldwide for the quality that it provides, and that's what we've done. You pay a whole lot more for a 3M product.
Yeah, and with every single feature that we put into this jacket, there was one question in mind. What is the longevity? What is the duration of this product? Because with anything that we put out, we want you to be able to buy this, and it should last you for years. This is not a buy this jacket every single season. This thing really should last you for an incredibly long time.
Now, the change from the limited edition we did 2 years ago to this, let's just talk a little bit about what was asked for and what we've done here.
Yeah, so our last one just utilized the button snap design, which is great. And you know, if a button does break, it's easy enough to replace. Now, one of the biggest asks that we got is, hey, can we have a zipper? Especially if you're working in torrential downpours, it's nice to have that extra layer of waterproofing. So we've installed a beautiful YKK zipper, 8-inch size. And the nice thing about this is it is a two-way zipper. So it goes all the way up. And then, of course, if you need to dump heat while remaining dry, you can bring that zipper right on up.
And just sorry, I just want to come back to the YKK. So there's zippers and then there's zippers. YKK zipper, when you buy a YKK zipper, it's made to last. It doesn't rust, it doesn't break. And you can see the size of the teeth in this. It's made for industrial use. It's made for folks that are working out, climbing trees, jumping over logs, working in construction sites, whatever. It does not break, and that's really critical. Also about the snaps.
Yeah, we use marine snaps, so you're not going to get any rusting. They should not deteriorate whatsoever. They're heavy duty, and you know, they do the job.
Now let's talk a little bit more about the design up of the neck, because that's pretty critical too.
Yeah, so one of the biggest changes from past jackets to this one now is the collar. Past jackets kind of came up to your collarbone, which is, you know, great for specific applications. But what we've done is we've brought the collar up and we've given a good amount of space so it's comfortable to use. So what that does is, as you bring that zipper fully up, you bring the collar right up just underneath your chin. And with the redesign of our hood, which is a game changer, gives you full coverage, but also gives you peripheral vision on each side. Past hoods that came out that we've done didn't have the peripheral vision that you really needed.
Snaps in like this.
Yeah.
You can see that. I mean, it's made for protection. Let's talk a little bit about the breathability now.
Yeah, so the big thing with the 420 denier nylon that we use, not only is it super strong and rip proof, but it does have a good amount of breathability. If a lot of you are used to wearing, you know, kind of a heavy PVC rubber, that has zero breathability. That's the nice thing with this, is you're not going to be soaking wet in sweat working in this jacket. A couple other ways we combat with breathability, of course, is the two-way zipper, which we talked about that earlier. And then the next biggest one is the venting of the jacket. So on this inner layer, I'm not sure how much it shows up on the camera, but this vents out to the back. So it dumps heat from inside the jacket while still keeping you nice and warm and dry. Yeah, there's Brian's hand there. There you go. So we are really, really pleased. Like Brian said, this has been about a year and a half in the making. We've gone through countless fabric swatches, more than I can even count at this point in time. We went through 11 different variations and prototypes to get to this jacket. We've learned a heck of a lot along the way, and we're really, really proud of the Apex. And we're just excited to get it in all of your hands.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to really love it. Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below.